The Kenya Kwanza plan for taking over power and governing in the unlikely event that they take power. The UDA will produce the president and the deputy president. That is to say that in the coalition, UDA will produce William Ruto as the president and also produce as the deputy president. ANC, which is to say Musalia Mudavadi, has been promised to occupy a non-existent place called Prime Minister. Ford Kenya, that is to say Moses Wetangula, will be Speaker of the National Assembly. PA will produce Speaker of the Senate. From this lineup, two things came out clearly. One is that Kenya Kwanza, under patronage of William Ruto, is about positions. I want to repeat this. One is that Kenya Kwanza, under the patronage of William Ruto, is about positions. It's not about the common people. It's not about Mama Mboga. It's not about Boda Boda. It's about positions. President, Deputy President, Speaker, which Ruto has shared between Wetangula to be the Speaker of National Assembly, Musalia to be Prime Minister, Kingi to be Senate Speaker, and Mutua to be Cabinet Minister. These are called positions. These things they have shared are called positions. Vyeo, vile alikuwa anasemanga. The very thing Ruto has condemned for more than 4 years. He has been telling Kenyans that their coalition, they are coming together, is not about sharing positions. It's about helping the common people. It's about helping Mama Mboga. It's about helping Boda Boda. Now, the thing has boiled down to sharing of positions. And these men, Ruto, Musalia, Wetangula, Kingi, Mutua, are now the Mama Mbogas Ruto has been talking about for the last 4 years. We have come to discover today that the Mama Mboga and the Boda Boda Ruto has been talking about are Moses Wetangula, Musalia Mudavadi, and Mutua and Kingi. That is not what Ruto told Kenyans. Ruto told Kenyans that there will be no sharing of positions in his lineup. I don't know whether you can remember that. He said there will be no sharing of positions in his lineup. Ruto's party was to operate without positions, which everyone just walking around, offering services to Kenyans. And the service was to be offered by Mama Mbogas, not Musalia Mudavadi, Kingi, Mutua, and Ruto himself. We have also noted the quotas that Musalia, Wetangula, Kingi, Mutua are supposed to meet in order to land the positions. We have no option but to pity these so-called party leaders and assignments given to them, quotas that they can't achieve. In a nutshell, we come to two conclusions. One is that Kenya Kwanza is a con of the decade. When the history of political conmanship is written, Kenya Kwanza will go down as the architect of the biggest political con game in independent Kenya. Musalia, Wetangula, Kingi, and Mutua have been conned by Ruto. I want to repeat this. Musalia, Wetangula, Kingi, and Mutua have been conned by Ruto. These 4 men have been conned. They have been conned. They have been allocated positions Ruto said will not exist. They have taken places we were told belong to Mama Mbogas. Now Mama Mboga has no space. Boda Boda has no space. Their positions have been taken by Musalia, Wetangula, Kingi, and Mutua. Our friends, Musalia, Wetangula, Kingi, Mutua, you are caught in the throes of an elaborate con game and a wash-wash scheme. You are being taken to the cleaners. You won't survive. Our thoughts and prayers are with you. To tell Musalia and Wetangula to deliver 70% of Western to Ruto is to con them. Because you know they cannot deliver that. Imagine if Musalia and Wetangula get 69.9%, they will not get those positions. 69.9%. They have to hit 70%. Is that not a con game? These 2 men have been assigned quotas they won't meet. In any case, there is a very strong feeling among Kenyans that the presidency must this time round go to Western Kenya. We cannot have a presidency that is rotating between one community to another community. If Musalia was serious, he should have gone for the presidency or the deputy presidency, bare minimum. Now he's going for a con game that you must produce 70% of Western votes so that you can get a position. That is modern slavery. That is demeaning a leader of the status of Musalia Mudavadi. It is very demeaning. Even President Kenyatta said the presidency cannot be a game of two communities. To expect Musalia and Wetangula to deliver 70% of Western Kenya to Ruto is to tell them to prepare their own political graves. Ruto has buried them completely. To force Alfred Mutua, of all people, to deliver 35% of the Kamba votes to William Ruto is to ask him to be conned and taken to the cleaners, because he cannot afford more than 10%. Ruto is to ask them to prepare. I mean, where does anyone expect on this earth? Where does anyone expect on this earth Governor Kingi to get and deliver 50% of the cost people if he cannot deliver even Kilifi to Ruto? Honestly. Now, they said, and we repeat, you can fool some people sometime, but you cannot fool all the people all the time, Mr. Ruto. You can only fool some people for some time, but you cannot fool all the people all the time, Bana Ruto. Let us allow Ruto to fool Musalia, Wetangula, Kingi and Mutua, among others. But let us tell Ruto he can't fool all of us. In any case, Kenyans agree with President Kenyatta that the presidency cannot and shall not be a preserve of two communities. We agree that with President Uhuru. The presidency cannot be the preserve of two communities. In Azimio, we have been clear from the start that Kenya needs a political and governance structure that accommodates all our communities, regions, and all their diversities. That is why we brought BBI. Now Ruto has opposed BBI vehemently for the last 5 years. Now today is creating the same position that BBI was advocating for Prime Minister and Deputy Prime Minister. He's not ashamed of himself. He spoke at Bomas 1, at Bomas 2, like somebody who came from the moon, and told Kenyans that we don't need positions. Today he's dishing out the same positions to Musalia and other people. That tells you what kind of character we are dealing with. A hypocrite per standard. He is the man who said we don't need BBI, we don't need to create positions. Now he's reinventing BBI through the back door. Why didn't he join the train of BBI if he thought that he needs this position so much like the way he's doing? That remains our stand. No code games is in. That is what Azimio is. In Azimio, we have a leader who has suffered for what is right and not what is convenient, because Ruto is doing what is convenient for him. When Kenyans wanted to have BBI, it was not convenient for him, he opposed. Now he needs it, it's convenient for him, he is reinventing BBI through the back door. Let us leave conmanship to Kenya Kwanza. Let us pity Ruto conned victims, but let us stand with what is right. As Azimio, we are determined to end this politics of conmanship and of taking adult politicians to the cleaners. End of my statement. Na ningependa kusema tunaonea huruma wale watu ambaye wamekuwa conned jana. Tunaonea hao huruma kwa sababu hawa ni viongozi ambaye tunawaheshimu. Ni viongozi ambaye walidanganywa ati sisi hatutaki BBI, si hatutaki vyeo, tunataka kusaidia mama mboga, tunataka kusaidia mama siji boda boda. Unapewa cheo ambaye haiko kwa katiba. Musalia Mudavadi unapewa cheo ambaye haiko ati 14 days after Ruto is elected. Who told him Ruto will be elected? He is going to do an executive order to appoint Musalia Mudavadi. Really? And when we wanted to make that position constitutional through the BBI, Ruto said we don't need positions. We want to serve the common people. We want to help do services to the people. We are not interested in positions. So nataka kusema kwa kumalizia ya kwamba hii siasa ya conmanship, sijui inaitwa nini kwa Kiswahili? Ndio usinisaidie bwana. Utapeli. Siasa ya utapeli lazima ikome. Kama wananchi wanataka BBI, wanataka vyeo, sema ukweli. Usitengeneze vyeo kwa dirisha, kwa mlango ya nyuma. Kwa hiyo machache, asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki. Wacha